Good evening, sisters. I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 2 years. Unfortunately, she lost her job 5 months ago. I proposed marriage to her, but she says she wants to be financially stable before we get married. What's your take on this? Claudia.
I can't believe I was hearing what I was hearing.
Talk to me. What do you think? She wants to be financially stable.
I think I'm with the lady on this. The same way I won't advise a woman to marry an unemployed man, I'm not going to advise a man to marry an unemployed woman. It's as simple as that. And in most cases, finance or money has been one of the biggest issues for divorce, simply because friends can become enemies because of money. So it's also an issue of empowerment. When you have the funds, when you have the means, even if not to support, even if he wants you to be a housewife, you still need money. And to get that money, she believes she will get it from a job. And so she wants to get a job before she marries. What's the big deal? What's the rush? The world is not going to end tomorrow. It's not like she says she's leaving you. She still wants to be with you, but she's only saying, hey, there are some rules and there are some steps I need to follow before I will be confident in myself and before I think this marriage will succeed. What's the rush? Is he doubting her love or is he thinking she's playing delaying tactics? Because, and in the first place, why does he want to marry a woman who is not economically empowered? And I know in our society, there's this whole mentality that a man is the breadwinner. He has to take care of you. He has to feel like a man. And so many men are dying under this burden of being a breadwinner. You are lucky. You've been blessed with an economically empowered woman who wants to work and support you. And you want to be your guy. And you are doubting yourself. My man, when you go to bed, thank God that he blessed you with a woman who wants to be independent economically. It's going to prolong your life. And it's going to help you to even save. So for me, this is not a big deal. You should even be proud of her. That in this time and age where some people are looking for the easy life, Madame wants to be empowered and more so economically. She doesn't want to be a burden. She doesn't want to be a liability. So what's his bone of, like, what is worrying him? I don't see the problem here. You should just give her time, because marriage, there are so many steps you have to go through to be prepared. Some need money, some need mental preparation. She feels she needs that financial independence before she says, I do. And she's entitled to it. It's her right, and he should respect that, basically. Yeah.
Claudia, you know there are some men who will say, but Mayiri, I'll take care of you.
I hate that, actually. Seriously, I hate it when men try to encroach into your boundaries, because you've set a boundary for yourself and he's not respecting that boundary. He's trying to debate that boundary, trying to undermine that boundary, trying to remind you that, hey, are you sure you've considered it all? After all, I am economically empowered enough to take care of you. I'm not your child. You can supplement along the line, but to say, I want to take care of you. My father is taking care of me. Whatever we do in marriage is supposed to be negotiated. And in this negotiation, I'm telling you that I need a job before I can come to the table. And that should be respected.
Nanyan, what do you think, Eugene?
Please, indulge me. Give me the first line again.
Okay. Says, I've been dating my girlfriend for 2 years. Unfortunately, she lost her job 5 months ago. I proposed marriage to her, but she wants to be financially stable before we get married.
So he didn't say what he does. I thought I had missed that.
No.
Right. So he's not necessarily a millionaire.
No.
To want to say that I will take care of you. You know, Jessica, we're saying this, behind before the cameras rolled, that a lot of men don't get relationship advice. A lot of our men do not get relationship advice. There's no known platform,
right?
And all they hear is, when you get married, you have to take care of your household. And taking care is not limited to providing financially. It also means being there when the woman decides, I want to go and do my master's, and you have kids. That's what taking care means. Taking care means she's having second thoughts about moving on to another phase of her life. You're there saying, you know what, you can do this, you've got this, go ahead and do it. Taking care means allowing her to find a job so she doesn't need to ask you for money for sanitary towel.
Thank you.
You know, I feel it is great that he means well. I get it. But it is so misplaced.
Right.
This feeling should be for your daughter. When you have a daughter, this is how you should feel about her. I have to provide for you. No one else should. But when you go for someone's daughter who has, and like she said, you found a gem. She said, I want to find a job before we settle down and get married. So let me go along with his proposal. So she agrees to marry you. You get married and you're taking care of her. She gets comfortable and decides, okay, I'm not going to work because you give me a monthly stipend and then you take care of the kids and everything. 3 years down the line, touch wood, you die.
Or you lose your job.
Or you lose your job. Who's going to take care of all of you?
Right.
You got a mortgage, I'm sure you know, or even rent. Who's going to take care of it? You know, we need our men as well. We really need our men to begin to relook at some of these old definitions of taking care of your family. Because it takes two of us to take care of the family. This other thing of not putting a value on the fact that the woman is at home taking care of the children. When you hire a nanny, it gives you a fair idea of how much you should be paying your wife. When you hire a nanny to take care of your kids, when the kids go to school and you pay school fees, it tells you. So if your wife was homeschooling, that's how much you should be paying her.
Yes.
So I think we don't, as a people, and when I say as a people, I mean Africans, we don't really place value on, the partnership in marriages. It feels one-sided.
Right.
And again, it puts too much pressure on you, the man. It's too much, you don't need it. So what is wrong if your wife is the one who can supplement the income at home? It makes you less of a man. How? As in, when you walk about, everyone can tell, my wife supplements my income. My wife makes more than I do. My wife has 2 masters and I have a first degree, and therefore it makes me less of a man. We need our men to lose these mentalities. I couldn't agree with Claudia anymore. You have found you a gem. Do not lose this woman. Agree with her. Again, I don't know what the point is about getting married, you know, if it's
Right
about
now.
she got pregnant. I'm sorry, the marriage will not change anything. It's normally for show face that, oh, she's a married woman. It doesn't take away anything if it's about pregnancy. If it's about you feeling insecure because you think someone else will go for her, then again address that problem as an individual. If it's things from her, I mean, there are so many things to consider from just this 4 or 5 lines he's put through. I feel he himself probably is not ready for marriage. It takes a mature mind to say, I want to get married. And I think in I can speak for Ghana, we tend to, when you're worry, you know, you're of age, marry. Age is not equal to maturity. I've met 20-year-old men who make more sense than a 45-year-old man because of life's experiences. That's the other thing. Life's experiences give people different perspectives. Someone who has lived their life on the streets, their perception or perspective of life is totally different from someone who's been sheltered all their life.
True.
So I feel that he's probably rushing. I don't know how old they are, but you're rushing it. And probably this is how God is telling you to slow your roll. And you've got based on this, you've got a good woman. This is someone who, like my father used to say, when I'm dead, I know your mother can take care of you. This is the kind of woman you want.
Right. Well said. Ceci.
Couldn't believe that.
All the apple is finished. But I like the fact that both sisters stressed on the fact that we have lost focus of what it means to take care of the family.
Yeah.
It is because of this particular indoctrination that women think that, okay, I can just sit down and then you'll be giving me the money. And then now you have men questioning, okay, so apart from sex, what can you bring to the table?
Precisely.
Okay, so it is good that she wants to be financially independent, because that is what I think that every woman should be able to do. Not that you find a rich man and then he wants to marry you and then, oh, great, mediloto. No, it shouldn't be like that. If you want to supplements, and I'm not on Senquine.
Yep.
If I have the money and you want to add, because you can't, you know, the way the world is changing, you can't have enough money. You cannot. Charlie, you want to travel the world, Charlie, and you need a lot of money to do that. You want to take your kids to the best schools. You want to live in the best homes. Charlie, you can't have enough money.
Sure.
So what is wrong if you're, in fact, who how cry anything? You want someone who wants to be financially independent before you get married, and then you are rushing her. Please slow your roll, Eugenia. Eugenia has told you, slow your roll. Okay, there is no rush. Charlie, marriage, yes, it is a milestone, but it's not all that. We place too much premium on marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, it is not like you are married and then that's it. You have achieved for life. There is life after marriage. There is life after children. Okay, so please sit back, relax, because this woman is a good one. A woman who is willing to work for her money is a rare find. She doesn't only want to depend on your money, because really, you didn't state that you were a multi-millionaire or Bill Gates assistant or whatever. You did not mention that. So I don't think you have all the money in the world. And like Eugenia said, we live in a world of uncertainties. Anything can happen. You can be, well, God forbid, something may happen. You have a cardiac arrest, you have a stroke, you cannot do anything, you can't work. Then what? I have sat down for years and years and I haven't worked. I don't have a craft. I don't know anything, and I don't have any business investment. And then I'm just sitting there for you to give me handouts.
Yeah.
I have to come and ask you for money for sanitary towels. If I need a new wardrobe, I have to come and ask you. If I need money for the kitchen, I have to ask you. You see, when both of you are financially independent, you can both, share the load of taking care of the house as far as the financial aspect is concerned, because it takes a big load off the man. Okay? Apart from the fact that you have to be there financially, you have to be there. Okay? So when you don't have to now be working 2 jobs because you have to, you are the single earner in the house or the breadwinner of the house. You can work and then have a good work-life balance. You can come home and help the children with the homework. Not that you stay home and then the woman is there and laboring. She will do housework. The children will come back. She will take care of their homework, wash their clothes, take care of their lunch and stuff like that. It puts a lot of pressure on both of you. So take your time, because finances, it's not a big deal, but it's a very, very big deal. Okay?
Sure.
So it is a very big deal. So please, it will take a matured man to see the sense in what this woman is saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are not ready for marriage. You don't know what it entails. You have no idea.
Let's also just think for a moment about a whole crop of men who also like to have their woman depend on them because it gives them control. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yes,
right.
they're those.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe this guy might be one of them. But I'm just saying.
Conditions.
Yeah, of course.
They're conditions.
I'm, however, saying that if this is the situation you're faced with, help her get a job quickly.
That's it.
Help her attain all her financial goals quickly. Then you could get married. Win-win. Problem solved.